Hi all, it's Barb from Tiffany Craft Studio. I just wanted to do kind of a quick tour. I've kind of pulled a few things out and just showed them in the kitchen, which you can see the boxes there. But this side is the sewing studio. It's kind of my sewing table. I do have my print maker set up there. That's my regular printer. I do want to replace that one, and this is my 12 by 12 printer. There's a couple things I want to do decor-wise yet, and organization. There's a few things I want to switch, but I've got a budget. Gotta save up the money to buy them. This thing here, there's 3 shoe shelves stacked on top of each other, and then I covered the side with some contact paper that I got at the Target Dollar Spot, just to kind of give it a little bit more stability. It's not the best job. I do plan on making a runner to go down the side that's postal themed, so I can put all my postal pins there, so you won't really see much of it anyways. But I have my fat quarters there. There's some embroidery floss and cross-stitch stuff, the printmaker stuff, and then this here is kind of back stock of adhesives and other blades and things like that. My easy press is there. Those, I believe, yeah, those are like pipe cleaners. I use them when I make wreaths. My fabrics here, my yarns there, and then the bottom is kind of cataloging stuff. This has some sewing projects that need to be done. Those are just empty trays. I use them sometimes when I cut out paper projects. I put the pieces for one project in a tray so that I don't lose the pieces. I find that helps me. This bookcase here has just planner and other supplies on it. This is more cataloging stuff in this section. It's got extra pages for my scrap rack and cataloging stuff. This has some quilting projects, some more cataloging stuff. My just some different tools. This one here is basically ribbon filed by Rainbow and Theme. My glue guns, my regular one and my wood one. Just some miscellaneous parts. I have to work on labeling this one better. I just added these 2 units, one here and one on the other side. This has some of my wood pieces in it. Now that I'm doing the tiered trays, I've been doing more little wood projects, so I really wish this little tray that I bought at Target, a little plastic one right there, I was hoping it would fit in like a one section, but it's just a little too thick. So I need to find something that will fit in there so that I can have more trays in there. This here has shoes and hats and gloves, and right now my tools are there. I want to get a regular toolbox, and it's got some other stuff in it. It's not crafty stuff. My cleaning supplies for the room are there. Boots and gloves and hats, and we have more than what we should have for 2 people. I use the top 3 for decorations, but I moved my Nora books out of here and put them up in the TV room. And this has some of my SVG files and a few other files, crafting books, card make. A lot of this is card making and scrapbooking on that shelf. My different beads. This is more SVG things, but these ones have ones by season or theme that I haven't made. My organization stuff's there. Sewing stuff is on the bottom. So, of course, I have to keep my mix master in my KitchenAid mixer there because there was just no place else to put it. It's too heavy to have to move, so I needed a home for it where it could just sit and be used. This one has my postal stuff that I have kept on display. This is some storage for like Xyron refills, my YouTube planning. Not sure what's in all those different projects. These ones here have letterboard and lightbox stuff, and that's just got an assortment of things. This side of the shelving, this is where I want smaller ones. It has my daily craft planning in it. This wall I did when I originally had this as my craft studio, just this side of the room. It's got our calendar, 2-month calendar. I want to, on this side, I think, do a project planning, make a project planning board. I do keep a little decor on top of that one sometimes. I keep my tiered tray here. This month it's snow themed. And then this cube unit I can get in from this side and the other side, so there's different stuff on the other side. My Tim Holtz inks are here, my labels, some paints, some extra ink pads, my acrylic paints. I'm working on, I just got that in from IKEA. Those ones, the little plastic shelf thing does fit in it. So I'm debating whether to move, which means I would need another one of them. My daily planning there, and just find a different home for those things. I just haven't decided yet. I really kind of wanted the daily planning over in that unit, so I'll have to figure that out. The cart in the back is a seasonal cart. It's got, that's my Christmas cart. I figured I won't be using that all the time this month. I mean, there'll be times I get into it because I work on Christmas cards all year. This is my go back area. When I craft, I put these out usually someplace more accessible. And this one's my themed supplies, my seasonal supplies, and my rainbow supplies. I kind of pre-sort them, and then I can just take the box and go put things away. And they're already in the order that I would need them to be. I'm trying to think of what's, this here is my embossing station, and there's like sequins and brads and other little type things there. The bottom one has like gems, colored gems in it that I use on craft projects. They're sorted by color. I think there might be a couple seasonal ones. Some planners in that one. I don't know if those are going to stay there. My Cricut cartridges. It's possible that I could get this one cleaned out and move those over there and put another one of those IKEA cube things there. I haven't decided. That's my purge box. That's always there. Some foiling supplies, Cricut mats, and there's some other things there too. I can't remember what some of that is. But oh, my 12 by 24 papers there. Or maybe that's my purge box. Yeah, my purge box is back in the corner. This one, oh, it has different lighting supplies and stuff in it. But that's kind of, I just park this cart here when it's not in use. If I'm embossing or doing things with those, I can just slide it over to my desk. It's one thing I love about carts. This table's on wheels, so if I want to work on diamond dots or use my Gemini, I can just wheel it over alongside my desk and create like a U shape rather than kind of the L that I have right now. That has my Stamps of Life and Crafter's Companion and my 3D embossing folders on it. This one's got some extra machines on it. My Gemini Junior's there. My Diamond Press Marquee is there. My Cinch. What's on the bottom row? Oh, my Big Shot. This one's my Cricut Joy cart. It's got my Cricut Joy and some of the insert card stuff. My exercise cart. This has DVDs in it and video games, Wii games, because that's my TV. I want to get a new TV at some point. I want to get a smart TV so that I can pick up some of the streaming channels without, I can have more channels here because we did away with cable. That's kind of my bill paying mailing cart. And that's kind of my birthday card station. I have my kind of pre-planning for each month's cards, and then in front I have the cards that are ready to be mailed, and I have them filed by their birth dates so that I can do that. Okay, hubby came home and I had to stop filming for a few minutes. I think I left off there. Oops, sorry about that. Let me put this up around my neck so it stops getting in the way. Up top here, I've got, it's mainly cards that are ready, that are made. I file them by season or occasion. These ones are mainly envelopes at this end. I need to get that hung back up because it fell down again. I keep hanging it back up and it keeps falling. This is stuff that needs to be put away along with this. My scan and cut's behind there. It's got some different tools and remotes for my strip lights. My maker's there. It's got some Joy supplies. My Cricut pens. These have embossing folders in them. One of them's empty. I do have my rotating design boards there. The Totally Tiffany die file. I use that for my shaped dies, like my nesting dies of different shapes and stuff. There might be a couple other ones in there that are just larger and they fit better there than anywhere else. These are my wood-mounted stamps. My Stampin' Up! Daubers. I think those are extra supplies for some of Tiffany's products, like the vinyl roll organizers and stuff. I put my mats there when I'm cutting, and I need to clean those up. Usually my mats hang off the sides of the machine, of the unit, which you can see here. That one back there is my Christmas card making station. I decided to set it up for that. All the papers that I'll need for this year's card are filed in there, the design. This just has some of my, what do they call them? They're like sample books, like, what do they call them? I can't remember. This is swatch books, that's what it is. This one's the Basil swatch book. I have the American Crafts one. Dream and Tree always uses American Crafts one, and they tell you what color they used, and sometimes if I want to try to match it, since I don't have American Crafts, I bought that so that I can kind of match the colors somewhat. This is my other season card. It has Valentine's, spring and summer, and fall on it, and the coordinating paper. All of the paper for those seasons are down below. This wall is mainly my scrap rack and paper. I just added in more paper there. Let me move my chair out of the way. I do keep my Crafter's Companion stamp books there that I bought. And down below, I think there's some projects that are cut that need to be made, and I'm not sure what else is down there, but the one binder at the end is not a Crafter's Companion one. It's just an extra book. I've been trying to put my sentiment stamps in that because I found I always reach for these, so maybe a book of my other sentiment stamps would be great. Here's my scrap rack. I believe it's 5 bases now. I'm still working on a new cover. My Stampin' Up! Inks. Up above, I've got that magnetic board that I just put different, most of those are pins, and I just stuck a magnet on the back that Kindred Stamp sends. I've got my Scrapbook Expo ones there, a few things that a few tags I made. This is my GOC Big Benefit board. I set it up. That's my Big Benefit always stays up there. It says Get Organized Challenge Big Benefit. Crafting is easier. And then I've got kind of this monthly thing. I don't really use this real well yet. I want to try to start doing that. I'm thinking about just putting a little sticky notes on it rather than writing on it, but I haven't decided that yet. But I keep this month's calendar on one side and next month's on the other. I want to, on this side, get another one of the letter boards like that I can have seasonal, and then another big dry erase board that I can do like my social media planning on. Up here I have my Stampin' Up! And there's a few other ones that they're wood block. They're sets. They belong together. And one time I separate them, and I decided I liked them better together. And then I have card making stuff here. I've got 5x7 card bases and mats. I can also use those ones as photo mats, and then A2 card bases and mats as well. And that's just kind of a snack area. This cart here is a color cart. It's got my markers and pens and crayons and that type of stuff on it. got my Crafter's Companion boxes down there and a few other things. Underneath, back here, I've got these IKEA Kavissel trays that have my We Are Memory Keepers punch boards on it. And then this cart here is all adhesives, and that cart there is tools. My desk is a little bit messy. Here I keep, there's some TSOL inks, some Tim Holtz markers and crayons, some like inking tools, my regular pens, my Crocodiles. My father-in-law made me these 2 units for pens, and I ended up getting something else I liked better for pens, but if I removed every other tray, it worked great for the Crocodiles, so I went with it. This is the unit, the thing you usually see in the background when I film. Right now, sometimes it's got seasonal decor. Right now, it's kind of got stuff that tells you maybe a little bit about me. The top row has some Barbie plates. I know I have more of those. I just have to find them. The middle row has some postal stuff, some Cinco de Mayo stuff, something I got from a viewer. Cinco de Mayo is my birthday, so I have a few items of that. And then I should have changed that to say craft tour, but, and now usually the middle one kind of has, I change every month to a seasonal thing right now. It's hard to see when it's lit up, but it's got like a snow theme. And I usually do that with the big one too. I've got Little Women here. It's one of my favorite movies. The little plate was a gift from a coworker at one time. And I want to put something on that plate. I'm thinking about putting the @Baxurfs, which is my Instagram and Pinterest handle. It was my Twitter handle too, but I deleted Twitter. I deactivated my Twitter account. And maybe do a hashtag Barb's Craft Studio, which is my YouTube channel, Barb's Craft Studio. And my blog kind of uses both names, so, and then I've got a couple wintry things there. I hang my Cricut tools here, and this is, I usually try to keep this fairly empty because this is my desk working station, and my computer sits over on that one. But at the side here, I can, if I need to, I can roll over that table. I just have to slide this, the microphone stand, the iPad stand back into the corner, or I can put one of my carts there when I'm working. So that's just kind of an overview of my studio. It's really getting close to being done. Most of what's left is I have some things that, of course, have to still be put away that I've shoved into the kitchen for now. And I also have some things that need to be tweaked a little. But that tends to happen when you settle into a new space or as you're organizing. Or, quite honestly, even as you grow or change as a crafter, because sometimes what you craft on, like sometimes my focus changes. Sometimes I do a lot of sewing, sometimes I do a lot of paper crafting. Usually it's more paper crafting, but every now and then I'll do a little bit more sewing, or I'll decide to do some diamond dots. I want to kind of have do Saturdays, do my diamond painting. Just going to have to work on that on a regular basis, but that's kind of an overview of my studio. I'm hoping to do more focus tours eventually of different areas, like I did in my upstairs craft room, just to give you an idea. But up here I put my Wonder Woman and Supergirl stuff. I did line the back of that with the fabric that I bought. I really like how it turned out. I think it looks cute. And this little tray, whoops, sorry, that little tiered tray I bought in the Target dollar spot, and I decided to put my Wonder Woman Funko Pops and a few other things, a few other Wonder Woman items there. But I'm working on it. I still have my hot cocoa station there. Oh, I keep my that's my favorite trimmer. That's the trimmer that I grab more often than any other one. I'd like to find a good, more portable one. I've never been crazy about any other ones. The limited edition turquoise barber peg. As far as I know, it's the only one in existence. Tiffany had it as a sample one, and she sent it to me because she knew that my room was turquoise, and of course the Barber bag was named for me, so she sent it to me. And then I keep some of my planner and notebook things there. So I'm getting there. Thanks for joining me. I'll catch you next time.